Eric here with Just Eric Personal. Another thing I want to bring up, I was asked by somebody, what my opinion was. It had to do with Muslims, and just so y'all know, I'm not trying to offend any Muslims, okay? I'm not here to combat Muslims, I'm not here to call y'all names or whatever, okay? I love you just like I love every other person, okay? I'm not going to agree with every person, but I still love y'all, you know? Anyway, someone asked me, hey, well, then, because I was talking in my other video about the Chick-fil-A thing, I had mentioned something about building permits and how it was illegal that, or at least that I know of, and I got a little hairball here, apparently. Chuck it. Anyway, I was talking about how it's illegal, as far as I know, to withhold building permits and everything like that. You know, just because I don't agree with someone and whatever, I mean, I'm all for freedom of speech, I'm all for expression and all that sort of stuff, but certain things, I guess, in public, or, you know, in, how do I want to say this, certain things you can do, certain things you can't, I guess. Like if I have a private business, I can, you know, I mean, if there's plenty of other people or whatever, I can say, hey, I don't agree with this, or this, and I can, you know, whatever. I don't like, okay, the photographer that, my friend G-Freak J was talking about, who was a Christian and she refused to do a homosexual wedding. Okay, I'm okay with that. You know, there's other photographers, you know, but there's a difference between private and state and everything, I guess. State, I mean, you kinda, that's more of a touchy subject. Here's the thing. Do you really want someone working your wedding or whatever if they don't believe the way you believe? Let's say you're a Muslim. Do you want a Christian working at your wedding? Do you? Do you want a, you know, if you're lesbian, if you're bisexual, if you're, you know, a man marrying a man, whatever, do you want a Christian working your wedding? Maybe you don't care, you know, and that's fine, that's great. Now, of course, it is something for me to ponder more. I'm not saying that I would want to necessarily say, okay, I'm not going to give you nutrition advice because, oh, you're homosexual. No, you know, your money spends the same, and I'm not saying that to be, you know, to sound covetous or whatever, but your money spends the same, and you know, as long as you don't force your beliefs on me, it's all good, you know what I mean? I'll service a Muslim and stuff as long as it doesn't come into it in a big way. If you come and say, oh, well, I'm this and you need to be this and you need to think this and that, then yeah, I'm going to discharge you and say, hey, I can't deal with this, you know? I think that's completely fine. It's one thing to refuse something if it's private, you know, a private business. Another thing is if it's state, federal, that sort of thing, I think. In this example, I don't remember exactly what it was, and to be honest, and I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, I don't plan to go look it up, you know. I don't condemn you, no matter what. God can do that, Jesus can do that, you know, can judge you, and I can't. I can judge you righteously and say, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing, but that's about where that ends, you know. I can't say anything further than, hey, I don't agree with some things, you know. And that's my choice, you know. Like I said, freedom of expression and freedom of speech and everything. It goes both ways, you know. So hopefully that kind of covers it. I mean, you know, it's a sticky subject. It really is. I'm gonna do my best as a person and as a Christian, first and foremost as a Christian, to be as loving, generous, kind, forgiving, and graceful and merciful as I can. Now, that's not to say I won't fall short. That's not to say I won't make mistakes. We will all have disagreements, and that's fine. Don't try and force your lifestyle on me, and I won't force my lifestyle on you. You know, if you ask me what my lifestyle is, I'm going to say I'm a saved Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I know that I've seen God work in my life, and I will put it out for you. But as far as, you know, as things go, I'm not going to just go and, you know, go up to someone, hey, look, homo, so, you know, da-da-da-da-da, you know. Now, everywhere I go, I will tell people, hey, God bless you. Okay, I will be doing that no matter what. That to me is not rubbing my faith in anybody's face. That's not saying, you know, that's not forcing anything, you know. You hear all the time, God bless America, and God we trust. Why is it a big deal? You know, if you don't believe the way I believe, then that's up to you, and I still love you, you know. So yeah, just wanted to get that out there. Kind of a sticky subject, as far as the separation of, you know, state and private and, you know, everything else. So what are y'all's thoughts and feelings and everything like that? Alright, love y'all. Peace. God bless. Take care.